Rutherford, New Jersey. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And away we go from East Rutherford. Marvin Mims now to return it. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they steal it back on the return. Neither offense has even taken the field yet, and already, Brock, a massive swing in this contest.
Yeah, think about it this way, kid. If we didn't have the coin toss before the game and one team got the ball to start both halves, what an advantage it would be, and that's exactly what this offense has right now.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the well again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now Camarda on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Etienne again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Falcons getting close, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Giants are set to punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields it cleanly. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, again, just put his hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. 4th down, he takes the snap. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle.
It's a turnover on his first pass of the season. Picked off by DJ Reed. He's at the 30. The 10. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We've got to see what this flag is all about. Now, hang on a minute. I'm upset for this quarterback. They just declined that call, Brock.
Boy, if I was the quarterback who threw the incompletion and my coach declined it, I'd be right over there asking for an explanation and maybe his resignation.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's 2nd and 2. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Buying some time right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Chased out to his right. Cut by Diggs. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great throw, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dak off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The 50. 30. Hits the 20. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now Camarda on to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Samuel comes in motion left. Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. On the move, headed right. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on...
And he's in! It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Now Camarda on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has the connection to Hopkinson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They want him right in space where he can make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
We're going to 54. Why here? 47.
1st and 10, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Hopkinson reels it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He puts some air under this one, deep right. They connect on the deep shot. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
The score, Falcons 28, Giants 7.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fields the hard squib kick. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll come out throwing. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 5. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. Now Camarda on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why? Hey, count. 47. Here we go, 46.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, He's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Game's not over. Why are you giving up?
Are you kidding
Here
me?
we go, 46, 46.
Throwing again is Dak. Able to find Hawkinson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. Samuel comes in motion left. Throwing on first is Prescott. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Putting a receiver in motion. Dak now from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He's on the move. He connects downfield on 4. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Giants cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. They go play action on 1st. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
They're going play action. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. Jukes one defender. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. And that played good enough for a 1st. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Give now to the running back. And they take him down right along the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. They'll throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
He'll look to throw on fourth down. That's cut beyond the marker. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling onto this lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
There you go. Waiting. Waiting. Here we go, 46.
First down, here's Dak. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Giants have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Waiting.
From the gun is Prescott. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
It's another day off.
Man in motion here. From the 40 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Kill.
3rd and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's good.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It goes as a gain of 7, but somehow twice that 14 yards to go here on 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we got 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
47. They were going to 53.
Prescott here from the gun. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Dak out of the pistol. He lofts it deep left. And they pick him off again. Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 17. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons keep running away with this. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons continue adding on to that lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill, baby. 47.
They send Diggs in motion right. 1st and 10, Prescott. He's trying to go deep again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
To throw is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on for... Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. So with this one seemingly in their pocket, a chance to pad the lead here, 1st and goal. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Falcons continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tack on 7 more to their lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. Moore with a return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, 46.
Throwing again is Dak. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. The Giants using their 1st timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And they pick him off again! And the Falcons are going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Falcons cover off the kick. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing the out route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Into the hands of Pitts. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Falcons are running them out of the building. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Now Camarda on to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
47. Hey, kill. 26.
Dak now from the gun. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
We're going to 54. Why is 47. 26.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. All right, one more snap to play here.
We're going to 53.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.
You're embarrassing us.